Alright, what's up, people? I want to talk to you about something serious right now, guys. This is the big one, okay? I know we do a lot of joking around here on this channel, on this television channel, on this authorized television channel. We joke around a lot. This is serious. Okay, in all actuality, let's get serious here. I want to talk to you about something that I really care about. Alright, guys, I do want to talk to you about something this is serious. This is my issue. This is my little issue that I care about, okay? Elections coming up. You gotta get out there and vote. Once every 4 years, we the people get a say. We get our say. Okay, we get our chance to stand up and speak our piece. All right, let's get serious. Okay, left, right, doesn't matter. Okay, I don't care what side you're on. I don't care if you're purple. If you're a purple-skinned alien. If you're alien, I want you voting. Step one: be informed. All right, read up on political. Be informed, all right? Read up on the political issues. Find out where you stand, both local and national. All right, guys? 2, get out and talk to people. Even if you can't vote, you can still voice your opinions on social media and voice your opinions in school, your local newspaper, or other public forums. You know, you never know who might be listening. Volunteer. That's my next one. If you support a particular candidate, you can volunteer to work in their That's what it says in this article. It says volunteer. If you support a particular candidate, you can work on their campaign by participating in phone banks, doing door-to-door outreach, writing postcards. Can you imagine that? How valuable is your time? What do you work at a fucking laundromat? That's who has time. Listen, if you have time to do door-to-door outreach and writing postcards for your favorite particular candidate, let me know so I can get you a foam mouthpiece. Participating in these elections is one of the key freedoms of American life. A lot of people in other countries around the world don't have this freedom. That's why it's important for us to exercise this. No matter whom you support, it's important for you to stand up. Voting is an opportunity for change. It really is. Do you want to make a positive impact? Voting gives you that chance. Support the candidates and ballot measures that can help your community, state, and even the nation for the greater good. Make your voice heard. Tell you what, want to know the reason you're not a millionaire? It's because you didn't vote. If you voted, you'd be a millionaire. Voting is a lot like magic spells, weaving magic spells. You can, if you want a fast car, for example, you want big muscles, if you want a beautiful woman, these types of things, you can vote for them. Each vote is like a magic bean. And these beans, when you plant them, they begin to sprout. You water them with more votes. And they sprout and they grow a ladder up to heaven where you'll meet. All right. A lot of people don't understand how voting works in this country. Electoral college, what's that, right? Too complicated. I don't have time for it. Listen, have you seen the magic sorting hat scene from Harry Potter? It's a little bit like that. That's all you need to know. Get out there and vote. For example, let's talk about the issues. So this young gentleman here voted for a fire truck. This young lady is voting for pumpkin seeds. And this young man has voted for G.I. Joes. And she's voted for... Now this is my favorite one. It's your money. You pay taxes, but do you know how that money's being used? So if you want to pay for a knife to go through a Palestinian's head, you can vote for this guy. Or if you want to blow up his family with a bomb, you can vote... That's all from me for now, guys. So remember, voting time's coming up. Don't even bother going to the polls. Don't even bother with the mail-in ballots. Text your vote. 1-800-USA-VOTE. That's 1-800-USA-VOTE. Text. All right, let's see here. And yeah, my vote's in. Looks like I texted 1-800-USA-VOTE. I said who I'm voting for. I'm not going to tell you guys, but yeah, I texted it to that number and I got my vote in. Go ahead and get... oh, wow, that's pretty cool. So I guess it looks like from right here, because I texted 1-800-USA-VOTE, instead of going to the polls and instead of mailing in a ballot, I'm automatically entered into a raffle to win a new Jeep. Before I voted, I was such a queer. But now I'm voted in. Now I have my vote locked in and sealed. I'm voting to give every poor person out there one college education. Because you know what? The guy that threw the styrofoam container of rice and beans in the park, the guy that threw the styrofoam container of rice and beans in the park, the guy that brings his 2 pit bulls around with no leash, the guys that drive up and down 60 miles an hour in Honda Civics, all these guys, they could get a job at IBM if only they could sit for 4 years memorizing dates of wars. And you know what I saw today? I saw outside the liquor store, there was a guy laying on the pavement, laying down like he's taking a nap in the middle of the day in front of the liquor store, going like this, clutching at his... And you know what I said to myself? I said, hey, the great injustice of our time is that this guy isn't getting his allotment of time at the super collider. Okay? This guy isn't getting his time. This guy that's drunk at 10 a.m. and is probably a rapist. The great injustice of our time is that he's not getting enough. He doesn't get enough time on the UNIVAC calculating machine. And maybe if only this guy had access to a brand new iPad like they do at the rich private schools. That's why. And if only that, he could be maybe one day he could teach my son quantum calculus. But luckily, he was at least able to vote because I showed him how easy it was with 1-800-USA-VOTE. I haven't heard anybody, this is a kind of a Bill Burr take, but I haven't heard anybody say that maybe you shouldn't vote. Maybe there are certain people who shouldn't vote. There's got to be at least one person that we can agree on that shouldn't vote. That's kind of a boomer take. These kids, these these Gen Zers, they eat Tide Pods and now they want to vote. But I mean, maybe felons shouldn't vote. If you've murdered somebody, maybe you shouldn't be allowed to vote. Or if you've fucking raped somebody, maybe you should have your right to vote taken away. I don't know. I'm not a philosopher, but maybe if you can't read one page of a Dr. Seuss book, maybe you should put the voting slip back in the put it back and step away from the polls. Is it possible that there's a correlation between intelligence and how a negative inverse correlation between intelligence and how good the rice tastes? You know what I mean? Like, you think about it, East Asians, Japanese people, high IQ, but the rice, it's not flavorful. Texturally, it's a delight. Okay, sticky rice, yummy, yummy, but not a lot of flavor there. And then there's other types of rice. The flavor is good. The texture is kind of mushy. It's kind of got that refried bean, mushed up, leftover type texture. So maybe as the IQ goes up, the texture goes up. As the IQ goes down. All right, well, I'm just working on my stand-up routine. Remember, don't waste time with the polls or the slips, the mail-in slips. Just text it, 1-800-USA-VOTE. You're automatically entered in a chance to meet Conor McGregor. This is my Bill Burr routine. Do you think the person taking your order at Dunkin' Donuts should have any say in where this country goes, what happens to your money, etc., etc.? Do you think that person should be authorized to deploy? Hey, McDonald's drive-through guy, I know that your fucking face is splashed with hot grease all day, but where do you think we should deploy troops next? Hey man, I know you just got done cleaning toilets for 25 cents. But what do you think the country's monetary policy should look like moving forward into our country's facing a very serious set of issues, a grave situation. We're really going to need to hear from the guy that just cleaned that pool filter. We are at a crossroads unlike any other that we've ever seen in this country. Quick, grab that makeup tutorial YouTube slut and that Indian guy and get them to vote. We are facing a set of unique challenges and obstacles, but we will prevail. we will hope and rise to the occasion. This guy who has to take 2 or 3 buses to get to work. Did you clean a floor today? I got one question for you. Did you clean a floor at work today? Did you clean a floor at work today? You did? Perfect. You're the guy we need to vote now. I need you to start collecting a list of everybody who's been so desperate for money that they volunteered for medical experiments, because those are the people we need to get ballots to.